Hello and welcome to the Rush Club. I'm Teresa Petrie. Here on the Rush Club, we're going to take you on a journey to track down the people, especially the ladies who enjoy doing the stuff that I like to do. Hunting, fishing, shooting guns, racing, and all the other fun stuff that we do outdoors. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the rush.
My name is Jenny. I've always loved the outdoors. I love to fish mostly. That's my favorite thing. That's why I was with the bikini ice fishing team and went out there and drilled holes. And then I also walleye fish with my dad a lot up north. So we troll and we catch northerns and walleyes. And I also used to help them in the woods because we live out in the country. So I'm kind of a tomboy like that.
My name is Andy Anderson, and yes, it is a boy's name, but my dad was hunting when I was born, so there you go. Bow hunting is extremely a great sport to get into. My dad sells marten archery for one of his livings, and I remember going up in the woods with him and setting up 3D targets and putting on 3D shoots to have families come out and enjoy nature, and not only that, shoot some 3D and practice at what they love to do.
I'm Teresa. I grew up in the cities, and hunting and fishing and getting out beyond where I've been growing up here, I just never had the opportunity or knew anybody to get involved, and just over time got to know the right people, and before you know it, here I'm doing all of it. And man, you haven't lived until you've gotten out there and gone hunting, gone fishing, and seriously got to enjoy the outdoors.
I do have a very girly side, but then I am very tomboyish at the same time. I don't mind helping my dad split wood on the log splitter. I don't mind. I love doing that. It's father-daughter time, which I love for that.
I learned how to ice fish this last year because I just moved to Minnesota recently, and it was absolutely phenomenal. Going out there, sitting on the ice all day and fishing for walleye. Like, first time I ever had walleye. We're used to salmon and trout back home, so it was great.
Ready? You can learn more about us at The Rush Club by visiting our new website. It's therushclub.com. Upcoming events, stories, our bios, and fun little facts about us at The Rush Club, all at your fingertips. While you're there, drop us a note. We're also on Facebook, so friend us there. Once again, we're at therushclub.com. What a rush. Up next, we're going rodeo and introducing you to one of the sport's newest and hottest talents. We'll put you on top of an angry bull, too. It's next, and only here on The Rush Club.
There's no place you'd rather be than here. Your Boat Club gets you out on the water better and more affordably. You're in the driver's seat with Your Boat Club. 70 boats, 7 locations, no hassles. Your Boat Club gives you the ease of online reservations. So relax, entertain, fish, or ski.
I love the convenience that we can just pop out and go out for a little bit.
Say goodbye to costly upkeep, repairs, cleaning, and boat insurance. Your Boat Club is simply the smartest way to boat. It's all yours at Your Boat Club.
Pro Power Sports is your one-stop shop for fun year-round. There's never been a better time to get out and play. Pro Power Sports and Marine has a great selection of all the top brands. Our service and support is always there for you, and we stand behind every sale. At Pro Power Sports and Marine, we love the outdoors just like you. New or used, ATV to snowmobile, dirt bike to boat, we'll capture your passion and you'll buy with confidence. And most importantly, have the time of your life. Serving you online 24 hours a day and from our Ramsey, Minnesota location. We're Pro Power Sports and Marine.
We're the RV leaders in Minnesota, and Niemeyer Trailer Sales is ready to get you rolling. At Niemeyer Trailer Sales, we're family and building a customer bond since 1965. Our staff is dedicated to finding you the right RV and committed after the sale. We have Rockwood, Arctic Fox, Prowler, and Travelite. We have fifth wheels, travel trailers, campers, super service and experience. Let us work for you online at Niemeyers.com or visit us in person. You'll see Niemeyers is the place to be.
We're Minnesota Inboard Water Sports. Our mission is simple: the best boats, superior service, making a customer for life. New or used, Minnesota Inboard has an amazing selection, a metro and northern lake location. Family-owned Minnesota Inboard is proudly the Midwest's #1 dealer of direct drive inboards and the nation's top Malibu dealer. Only the latest water sports in our pro shop, and our service team is king. Enjoy the water like never before. The perfect boat awaits, soon to have a new Excelsior location at Minnesota Inboard.
And here with Maggie Parker at the Hamill Rodeo in Minnesota. Maggie, tell me, when was it the first time you realized you want to be a bull rider?
Well, the first time I got on a bull, I was barely 16 years old, and I went to a practice pen in Michigan and got on 2 bulls, and you know, I didn't know what I was doing, and I fell off pretty quick, but just the adrenaline rush and everything, it was addicting, and I never stopped after that and just kept getting on and kept getting better.
How does somebody get started in a sport like this?
Well, everybody starts different. Most of the bull riders have a rodeo family. I have no rodeo in my family. It was just always something that interested me, and I always wanted to do it.
Why don't you tell us about what it's like from beginning to end when you're out there in the arena?
Well, you know, I get ready before, and I stretch and get warmed up, and when I actually get in the chute, I try to clear my mind, because when you're on a bull, you can't think. You really do not have time to think.
The first cowgirl in pro rodeo history to win.
When you're on the bull, it has to all be muscle memory. You can't think, you know, you just have to react. If you think, you're behind and you're going to get bucked off.
She did it about a month ago in Pennington, Kansas. Hey, she can hit bull rodeo in both. Wow, that's tough. That's a tough bull right there. You want to talk about a gritty lady right there to try him. Maggie Parker, Shaftesbury, Michigan. Hey, y'all make some noise. That girl can still hear you.
Was there any point when you went down that you were intimidated to get back up, or what kept you going?
I guess there's a lot that keeps me going. I mean, I didn't start riding bulls, you know, to prove anything. I just loved it. I loved riding. I love getting better and hearing the whistle, and just the whole addiction to the sport and the lifestyle. You know, a lot of people really look up to me, from young girls to older women to men to just all over the place. People tell me how much I inspire them, because I always try to keep a positive attitude and really, you know, stay strong with, you know, stuff is going to happen to you in everybody's life. Horrible things happen, you know. You go through everything, but I'd like to show people that if you keep a positive attitude and just keep pushing and, you know, go for your dreams and don't let anything hold you back. And a lot of people see that, and I really inspire them to, you know, be strong and, you know, help them out of bad situations, and that's really important to me.
What's been your scariest moment? Now I hear you've been hurt about a month ago, you said? Tell us a little about that.
A couple months ago, I broke my foot in the chute. Which would have been all right if it was my left foot, but I drive a lot and it was my right foot, so that wasn't good. And a couple weeks I got some cracked ribs, which, you know, really did not feel good, but it's just part of the sport. It's different from a lot of other professional sports, because, you know, a professional football player, if he gets injured, he's on a contract and he still gets paid. Rodeo people, you know, if we don't ride, we don't get paid. There's no contract, there's no guarantee. So you got to ride with injuries and tough it out. It's definitely not a sport for the weak-hearted.
Oh, yes. Come on. Oh, no.
Where do you see yourself in the future of bull riding moving forward?
I hope to someday make the NFR, which is everyone's dream in the PRCA. If you're in the PRCA, obviously that's your ultimate goal. And Hopefully in the next 4 or 5 years I can definitely make the NFR. Every bowl I get on I learn something from and I get better, and even if I buck off I still learn something, so hopefully I can make it that far someday.
There you go. Well, here we are with Maggie Parker at Hamel Rodeo, Minnesota. Thank you, Maggie. Go ahead and follow her on Facebook, Maggie Parker. Thanks.
God bless and happy trails to each and every one of you.
Here's some of the events and shows that we're keeping an eye on at the Rush Club. Up next, we're setting you up with the tools to explore Outlanding like never before. It's ahead on the Rush Club.
All right, it's 5:30 a.m. We got a car, a couple cameras. Gonna go have some fun. I can get closer. Here's the true test. Chris, let's see what you got.
NOS, High Performance Energy. Drink NOS, fuel victory.
That was a blast. I'm done.
Get the party started. Dial it. Pitbull together with Bud Light. Here we go.
We're Minnesota Inboard Water Sports. Our mission is simple. The best boats, superior service, making a customer for life. New or used, Minnesota Inboard has an amazing selection, a metro and northern lake location. Family-owned Minnesota Inboard is proudly the Midwest's #1 dealer of direct drive inboards and the nation's top Malibu dealer. Only the latest water sports in our pro shop. And our service team is king. Enjoy the water like never before. The perfect boat awaits, soon to have a new Excelsior location at Minnesota Inboard.
Pick up the latest issue of Wheels of Thunder magazine. If it's on wheels, you'll find it in Wheels of Thunder. Full color photos of bikes, trikes, cars, trucks, and even sleds. High performance or right off the street. Mind-blowing power, speed, and custom touches. It's all in Wheels of Thunder magazine. Plus, find out about the latest races, rallies, and custom products and services in your area. Check out Wheels of Thunder on Facebook and follow them on Twitter. Wheels of Thunder.
Hi, I'm Teresa, and I am here today with Jeremy from Expedition Ops Outfitters. Now, Jeremy, if you could describe to us the concept of overland.
Overlanding is basically taking the idea of backpacking and then putting it into a vehicle, using a vehicle to get you into the backcountry, into places that you would normally try to carry yourself by foot, by bicycle, by horse. This is just another way of getting yourself out there into the environment and in a responsible way.
And how did you first get into this?
Well, I backpacked for years and years, used to climb and did some mountain climbing, a little bit of stuff like that. And then I wound up having a bunch of knee injuries. The knee injuries slowed me down a ton. So once I was slowed down by the knee injuries, I went in and decided I still needed that fix of being out in nature and being away from everybody. Living in the city was just a little claustrophobic at times, as much as I do love it. So I found a way to get out and get back into the backcountry by building a vehicle that could take me, all the equipment I needed to, my dog, and get us out to where we wanted to go.
Could you walk us through the vehicle?
Absolutely, yeah, I'd love to. So with the vehicle, kind of from front to back, we've got things, for example, like the like steel bull bars. Those are put in place so that if we're out on the trail and we're coming along, a lot of times we'll be on dirt roads and we'll be traveling 35, 45 miles an hour because we have 100 miles to cover that day. And if an animal comes across the track and you're not able to see them, if you hit an animal and you're 100 plus miles away from any civilization, that could be the end of a trip and the start of a really big emergency. So those will protect the radiator and some of the internal vital organs on your vehicle, because now your vehicle it's a lifeline to you surviving out in the outdoors. To help keep the vehicle running and to kind of power some of the amenities, I'll carry solar panels with me as well. That'll help run some of the electrics, so I'm not having to run gas generators or other things, because again, there is the idea of trying to be as environmentally responsible as possible while we are traveling in a gas guzzling vehicle. So it's trying to kind of, you know, the balance of things. Under the hood, there's secondary batteries. I also have a hot water heat exchanger, so I can have hot water on the trail. The women in my life find that very enjoyable when they can take a hot shower. We'll step into the back here, and here we have the shower system. So this is run by a 12-volt pump, so that's cold, that's hot. I take my showers right about there, and so you've got, this is all run by powered pumps, so you have on-demand water. So it's really easy. It's a lot like you'd have at home, except you want to be a little bit more responsible with how many times you squeeze that trigger.
I gotta tell you, this has got to be my favorite part about the shower. Tell me more about this.
So this is the Expedition Ops shower mat. I make these here locally in Minneapolis. I source all the materials locally as well. I partnered with a company out of Duluth, Minnesota for the wood, and this is reclaimed redwood that they go through and they dismantle beer tanks, wine tanks, water tanks, and pickle tanks, and come out with this gorgeous redwood. They cut it down for me, send it to my shop in Minneapolis, and then I go through and process the redwood. Then I string it together using recyclable stainless steel wire rope, and then also recyclable copper, of course. It's a simple, elegant solution. It rolls up really small, doesn't take up a lot of space. And then this upper cabinet carries some of the things that we don't use all that often, but are really heavy. So things like recovery gear, you know, extra oil, coolant in case we do need to do trail repairs, big heavy tools, spare parts, things like that.
Good to know for the ladies.
That's right.
So what do we got here?
So here we've got additional fuel cans, and then we have one additional water can. So this gives us another little bit extended range on water. Everybody wonders, you know, okay, if I'm gonna go out and I'm gonna be by myself, how much water should I bring? I remember asking that question 1,000 times when I was backpacking, or whether I was going out climbing, or I was just going out on the lake for the day. How much water do you need to bring? Good rule of thumb is a gallon. The hotter it is, the more you add to it. The colder it gets, still keep it at a gallon. So if you can be really active, add a little bit more. So carrying extra water, this is real nice and easy to get to. We've got some extra fuel because the truck gets thirsty as well. And then what we were standing under before was an awning. This awning pulls out in about 30 seconds, but with one person. So it's real quick and easy to set up, gives you immediate shade, good rain protection. Living out of these vehicles for weeks at a time, you need additional living space. You can't just stay in a tent the entire time, otherwise you kind of start to lose your mind. My personal favorite thing is the fridge and freezer. So if we reach inside here, we've got a huge fridge right here, and then we've got a nice freezer, so I can make ice cubes for the margaritas while we're out on the trail. So this is called a rooftop tent. This originated in, again, South Africa, and then they expanded into Australia and the European market, and now they're here in the United States. This is actually imported directly from South Africa. It's made out of marine-grade plywood. It's beautiful, beautiful construction. Each of these are handmade by a team of about 45 to 50 people, and they really take a lot of care and a lot of passion in what they do. So it's traditional canvas walls, so you get really good breathability, but it's also really good with water. So this can mount on top of, as you see, a trailer, or it can mount right on top of the roof rack of the truck. This flips open and sets up very quickly. Inside is a queen-size mattress with 600 thread count sheets. With my down pillow, I bring my down comforter with me. The focus is sleeping comfortably, so when I wake up, I can have a great day. I can fill it with a lot of activity, but when I get back, I want to be able to drink a good beverage, and I want to be able to eat a good meal, and I want to sleep really well.
Jeremy, thank you again for all your time here. You've got a great setup. Go ahead and visit www.expeditionops.com for more adventure. See you next time. If you're getting out on the boat, here's a Rush Club look at lake water temperatures. Up next, she's a water racing gal who's winning and getting it done in a man's sport. It's ahead on the Rush Club.
We're the RV leaders in Minnesota, and Niemeyer Trailer Sales is ready to get you rolling. At Niemeyer Trailer Sales, we're family and building a customer bond since 1965. Our staff is dedicated to finding you the right RV and committed after the sale. We have Rockwood, Arctic Fox, Prowler, and Travelite. We have fifth wheels, travel trailers, campers, super service, and experience. Let us work for you online at Niemeyers.com or visit us in person. You'll see Niemeyers is the place to be.
Pro Power Sports is your one-stop shop for fun year-round. There's never been a better time to get out and play. Pro Power Sports and Marine has a great selection of all the top brands. Our service and support is always there for you, and we stand behind every sale. At Pro Power Sports and Marine, we love the outdoors just like you. New or used, ATV to snowmobile, dirt bike to boat, we'll capture your passion and you'll buy with confidence. And most importantly, have the time of your life. Serving you online 24 hours a day and from our Ramsey, Minnesota location. We're Pro Power Sports and Marine.
All right, it's 5:30 a.m. We got a car, a couple cameras. Gonna go have some fun. I can get closer. Here's the true test. Chris, let's see what you got.
NOS, High Performance Energy. Drink NOS, fuel victory.
That was a blast. I'm done.
There's no place you'd rather be than here. Your Boat Club gets you out on the water better and more affordably. You're in the driver's seat with Your Boat Club. 70 boats, 7 locations, no hassles. Your Boat Club gives you the ease of online reservations. So relax, entertain, fish, or ski.
I love the convenience that we can just pop out and go out for a little bit.
Say goodbye to costly upkeep, repairs, cleaning, and boat insurance. Your Boat Club is simply the smartest way to boat. It's all yours at Your Boat Club.
Welcome back to the Rush Club. Thanks for joining us. We are talking Adrenaline Rush. I'm here with Krista Mackey-Zern, who knows all about it. Krista, you're a watercross racer.
Yep.
What is that?
Some people would say it's extreme hydroplaning of a snowmobile on water.
Compared to snow, tell me more about it.
Well, it's a challenge because you sink. You have to know, your throttle control and stuff like that. And we do drags and ovals out there. So different than snow. Our point is to stay above water while you're racing. Snowcross and that, you can let off your gas and you're just going to slow down. We sink, which is you don't want to do.
What point in your life did you realize I not only want to race snowmobiles, but I want to race them on water, not snow?
My husband's a pro racer, and he's the one that got me into it because actually I had a huge fear of snowmobiles after we lost my cousin to a snowmobile accident. And he was always my snowmobiling partner. So in about 2009, my husband had built me a Skidoo 800 to go out and just had me do some runs out on the snow and then sent me out to the water in the spring, and it all snowballed from there.
So you and your husband both do this. Does that affect your marriage, or do you guys go home?
This is our one huge passion.
Together?
Yep.
Cool.
Yep. We own a team together, and he runs the pro class and I run in drags, and I'll be moving to semi-pro ovals also.
So the name of your team, is that GLH Performance?
Yes.
Correct. Okay, and how long have you guys been doing this?
He's been doing it for 10 plus years, and this will be my 4th summer on the water. I started in 2009.
Now, you made your mark as world champion.
Yep. In 2010, I became the first female world champion in IWA history of the sport.
How did you feel about that?
Shocked. I knew I had won, but I wasn't really. Me and David were so close, but I was like, I think I finally got it, and I was pretty excited, but I had no idea until like a couple of the guys from the IWA had told me that no other female had won in the history of the IWA, so it was pretty cool. It's a pretty good feeling.
So when you race, is it you against a bunch of guys, or are there other women involved?
There's a few other women, but mostly it's mainly all men. Every time I'm in a final, I'm against men. So it's pretty cool though, I mean, they're good to me. They push me to be a harder rider.
Do you feel like you have an advantage as a woman in the sport? Do you feel you're making a difference, or a new?
I feel like I'm making a difference. Do I have an advantage? No, because they don't believe me. I try to tell them ladies first. they never buy that, you know. They still take off.
They never listen anyways.
Nope, they don't give me a head start. I do like, you know, being a female, and I love promoting my sport. I do it 365. My season never stops, and I really enjoy getting people to not only watch the races, but come out and even join up and try start racing themselves.
How do you get involved in a sport like this?
Well, our IWA circuit that we race for is probably one of the best racing circuits out there, and I'm not just being biased. We actually are so together like a family, no matter how many different teams there are. We mesh so well together, and we're really good at taking new people in. If you want to come and try racing, or you want to come see how our sleds are set up and, you know, have any questions, we're always open to that. It's not like every other circuit where they won't give you tips and secrets on how to get yourself started. We really welcome new people out on the water.
Does the sport get pretty expensive? Because you're obviously riding some high-class machines.
Yeah. You know, there's all different amounts that people spend a year, but you know, this is our one big passion, and this is what we put our money towards, so this is it.
Well, you obviously live your life on the edge. Do you and your husband find time to do other things, or is this?
We race watercross all summer, and then in the winter he's a national mechanic for a snowcross team for Skidoo out of the state of Wyoming, so he does the ISOC mechanic stuff for them, and then he's a sled tech for the ORE ice oval, so. And then we own a dyno shop at home. I mean, everything kind of revolves around snowmobiles somehow, but.
Tell me about a bad moment you had.
I will tell you the worst moment so far. Actually, last year I was completely undefeated, and I went to Grantsburg, and I tried telling everybody that I always go into race nervous, that I don't think that anything's ever going to be handed to me. And I wish people wouldn't just think I have it all in the bag, because I'm never like that. And I made the final, and I endoed at top speed, going and, you know, made TV. And so yeah, I went to all the ISOC races or that, and people, who's that guy wiping out on the water? Well, that guy was me. That was not a guy. That was actually me endoing at top speed. So that was probably, it was a high point, but it was a low point. You know, it was a learning curve. Crashing is going to happen, and I took my first big crash on TV last year.
Krista, thanks for being here with us. Good luck the rest of the way. What a rush. You can learn more about us at The Rush Club by visiting our new website. It's therushclub.com. Upcoming events, stories, our bios, and fun little facts about us at The Rush Club, all at your fingertips. While you're there, drop us a note. We're also on Facebook, so friend us there. Once again, we're at therushclub.com. What a rush. Next week on The Rush Club, back to the rodeo, it's barrel racing.
Here's Sammy Ross. There's always accidents, and so it's just kind of how you mentally get back from it. There's times where I was like, you know, can I do this? Can I keep going? But it's just a passion that I have that I don't think I'll ever get rid of.
And these ladies are serious about fishing. It's next week on The Rush Club. This is The Rush Club. I'm Therese Petrie. Thanks for joining us. Be here next week for more.
Heads up. Bad dude.